I'm Jason Epperson. This is RV Miles, and it's time for the latest in RV and camping news. Welcome back to the channel, everybody. It's been a long time since I've been able to do the news from the road. I'm in Charlottesville, Virginia. It's a beautiful 96-degree day, so I thought maybe I'd walk around the campground and do it that way. First up, some extreme weather hitting the country hard. Of course, there's Tropical Storm Beryl hitting Texas and moving its way up the center of the country. Some storm surge has sunk some RVs there. There's a lot of people without power. And then there's the extreme heat hitting much of the country. More than 50 million people are under heat alerts. And in Death Valley National Park, which is the hottest place on Earth, a high temperature of 129 degrees was recorded on Saturday and on Sunday. And a visitor died on Saturday from heat exposure, and another person was hospitalized. The two visitors were part of a group of 6 motorcyclists riding through the Badwater Basin area amid scorching weather. The park said it in a statement. I don't know that 129 degrees is the best time to be riding a motorcycle, but people want to say they were part of record-breaking heat, I guess. Due to the high temperatures, emergency medical helicopters were unable to respond as the aircraft cannot generally fly safely over 120 degrees. Death Valley has reached or exceeded 125 degrees every day since July 4th. And the streak is expected to continue through Saturday. Denali National Park is set to reopen on Wednesday after wildfires' effects have the employee housing area reopened. At 4:30 a.m. on Wednesday, July 10th, the National Park Service will welcome visitors back to the park. Normal operations will resume, with a major exception for campers. The Riley Creek Campground and day use area will remain closed due to ongoing firefighting and support activities in the area. As the park resumes normal operations on Wednesday, visitors can once again look forward to exploring the Denali Visitor Center, enjoying sled dog demonstrations, and embarking on a tour or transit bus adventure deep into the park. Brinkley RV is recalling 3,157 2023 and 2024 Model Z fifth wheels and Model Z Air travel trailers. The 12-volt system may have been incorrectly wired without overcurrent protection and with undersized wiring for the refrigerator, which can result in overheating. Dealers will replace the wiring free of charge. Owner notification letters are expected to be mailed sometime later this month. I don't always report on RV recalls because lots of them are a couple dozen units or so, but this is a fairly big recall and a dangerous situation. Brinkley is a new high-end manufacturer known for its quality, but even the best can have issues sometimes. Owners can contact Brinkley customer service for more info. In addition, Forest River is recalling 573 24 and 25 Salem and Wildwood travel trailers. The affected vehicles may not have a secondary emergency exit installed. Dealers will install an emergency exit window free of charge. Owner notification letters for that are expected to be mailed August 7th. The RV lifestyle is about community, and the RV community is at the heart of RV Life, the sponsor of this episode. RV Life recently celebrated the 1 millionth trip planned with RV Life Trip Wizard, their excellent trip planning tool for RVers, featuring the trusted reviews, pictures, and tips from their RV Life campground site. RV Life also features several blog sites and over 20 additional RVing forums to serve the RV community. All of this experience and community feedback come together to help create a fantastic RV trip planner and mobile navigation tool called collectively RV Life Pro. RV Life has marked a milestone of over 3 billion miles traveled using RV Life Pro navigation and trip planning features. Take 25% off RV Life Pro with the coupon code RVMiles at rvlife.com. There's been a notable increase in RV fraud in Canada, according to the RV Dealers Association of Canada. Major financial institutions in Canada have reported multiple instances of RV fraud that have come through their indirect lending channels in recent months. Falsified documentation and identity theft are the main issues, especially where remote applicants are involved. The association is warning that in this heightened fraud environment, it's essential that dealers use robust means to fully authenticate clients, like checking their IDs and making sure the image matches the person and the address matches the person and all that sort of stuff. But be on the lookout for somebody stealing your identity and buying an RV with it. Overall sales results for the first half of 2024 are down for the full-size pickup truck segment. According to TFL Truck, Ford F-Series and Ram trucks have lost ground, but GM and Toyota are growing. When you combine the Chevy Silverado and GMC Sierra sales, GM trucks are the most popular full-size pickup truck by a long shot. And the gap between GM and F-Series continues to grow. GM sold 421,000 trucks in the first half of 2024, up 3.5%, while Ford sold 352,000, down 8%. Ram sold 179,000, down 19.5%. Most, however, expect Ram sales to pick up with the long-awaited 2025 refresh. Overall, truck sales are down 2.5%. I don't think these numbers really mean anything for consumers, perhaps except for some more deals coming to encourage you to buy, but it's interesting to know nonetheless. We've talked about potential changes to New Mexico State Park camping fees, including the removal of the popular annual camping pass that provides free, no hookup camping or $4 per night electric sites. The annual pass is $180 for New Mexico residents and $225 for out-of-state visitors, and it's a great deal if you plan to spend a decent amount of time in the state. Though at the moment, electric sites are only $14, and there aren't a whole lot of them in the state, but that's all been on the docket to change for a while now, and last we had heard the pass was going away, and prices for campsites were going to go up. Officials have listened to feedback and have a new proposal to keep the camping pass, but the price is going to go up dramatically. Under the new plan, annual state park day use passes for New Mexico residents would be $75, up from the current $40. Annual day use passes for non-residents would be $150. That's also currently $40. Annual camping passes for residents will jump from the current $180 to $300, while annual passes for disabled individuals and senior citizens would be $150, up from $100. And they'll add a $150 pass for military veterans living in the state. Here's the biggie, though. Annual camping passes for non-residents will jump to $600 under the proposal. Now, let's remember that most states don't have an annual camping pass. This isn't a park entry pass. This is an annual payment for campsites. I just don't think too many people are going to pay $600, though. And that's kind of a problem for the state, as the proposal factors in that this pass will increase its line item on the budget. I'm pretty doubtful of that. The economics don't make as much sense, though when you factor in the new nightly costs, maybe they will. The non-resident developed camping fee will be hiked from $10 to $20 for a no hookup site. An electric site will cost you $30, and a full hookup site will cost you $40. I think that's still pretty fair compared to other states, but part of the thing about New Mexico state parks is that they're cheap. Some are great, some are not, but removing the affordability aspect changes the value proposition a bit. I've spent a lot of time in New Mexico state parks, and it's a great state to visit, but at these prices, some of their park amenities really need to improve. The state is tentatively holding a final rule hearing in July or August, with the new rule changes slated to be adopted for January of 2025. New Mexico isn't the only state looking to raise fees. The Oregon Parks and Recreation Department is seeking public comment on a proposal that could lead to higher camping fees for state parks starting in the summer of 2025. The proposal would allow but not require camping fees to increase by boosting the range of allowed rates, which could allow the agency to make a series of smaller increases rather than a single larger rate hike. The current in-state rate for campsites with full hookups is $33, with the director allowed to boost that to $40. The proposal would allow that to go up to as high as $52 for residents and $65 for out-of-state campers. Electric-only sites could go up to $49 for residents and $61.75 for non-residents. Tent campsites are currently maxed out at $22 and could go up to $29 for residents and $36.25 for non-residents. But in addition to increasing rate ranges, the proposal rules would expand the 25% surcharge for out-of-state RV campers to include all site types for out-of-state campers, including tent sites, and it will allow the director to determine which parks assess a day-use parking permit fee. Public comments on the proposed rule change will be accepted through 5 p.m. on August 30th and can be submitted online at a URL I'll provide in the description. Finally, according to Phone Arena, Google Maps has started testing an absolutely atrocious feature, suggesting sponsored stops to drivers. These are not suggested stops based on the places that you like to go. These are pop-ups that will appear in Google Maps and actually ask you if you want to visit a site that has paid for that listing. Phone Arena says Google lifted this idea from its subsidiary Waze, which is allegedly only supposed to show sponsored suggestions when your vehicle's not moving. But as some users have observed, that's not always the case. Another reason you might want to consider the RV Life app. That's it for this week's RV and Camping News Roundup. Hit the like button if you got something out of this video. Subscribe if you want more like it. We'll see you next time. Bye, everybody. It's hard to walk and talk like that in 96 degrees and like 96% humidity.